Many days I don't actually want to work out. There's many times I go to therapy and I don't want to do intense emotional work, but I do those things anyways because they matter to me more than not working on them. Welcome to the Dangerous Women podcast, where the intersection of fierceness and femininity fuels empowerment. Our goal is to provide women with insights to unleash their power. Grounded in the 7 principles of self-confidence, we guide women to embrace their duality, delicate as a flower, yet powerful as a bomb. I'm your host, Colleen Conlon, inviting you to join me as we explore topics on health and wellness, empowering you to embody the essence of your dangerous woman. Welcome to the Dangerous Women podcast, where the intersection of fierceness and femininity fuels empowerment. Our goal is to provide women with insights to unleash their power. Grounded in the 7 principles of self-confidence, we guide women to embrace their duality, delicate as a flower, yet powerful as a bomb. I'm your host, Colleen Conlon, inviting you to join me as we explore topics on health and wellness, empowering you to embody the essence of your dangerous woman. Listen, you pick your values, you pick your priorities, and you pick your heart. Now, I believe we prioritize what we value, and that means we get to pick where we want to work hard in order to achieve our goals. Now, before we dive deeper into this, I do want to recognize my privilege. I am a white woman in a socioeconomical group where I do not have to support kids or work multiple minimum wage jobs in order to provide enough necessities to live. If you are on the same page as me, I want you to keep listening. Now, we all have different values: health, money, love, and we give them different values that require different amounts of time, different amounts of investment, whether it is time or financial. Now, someone who cares so much about money, they might have seasons where their health isn't the top priority because of how much they are working to make that money. And then you might have some other people who really value love, like so much that they might choose to stay in relationships that are toxic for the fear of never having love again. Now, depending on what you value, you will prioritize it. Now, for me, my health, my physical and my mental health, they are top priorities. So I spend money and time investing in them. And what I have to show for it is a strong and healthy body and a flexible mindset where I do not see the world as black and white. I see the world as gray. It's messy, and there's moments where we have to discern without getting caught up in the black and white. Now, I don't spend time and money on things I don't value, or I don't spend as much time and money on things that don't support my physical and mental health. Kettlebell Catalyst, the exercise guide for women to build strength, lean muscle, and self-confidence to overcoming limiting beliefs, is a book I wrote for women to be empowered to get started with kettlebells. In this book, not only will you learn the 101 details of hardstyle kettlebell technique, but you will also meet lots of women who were brave enough to try using kettlebells and hear how they transformed both physically and mentally. To buy your copy, visit Amazon or Barnes & Noble today. Now, when it comes time to valuing my physical and mental health, It's not easy. It can be really hard at times, but I don't mind putting in the hard work there because I love the results that are living in a body that is pain-free and makes me feel confident, and having a mindset where I don't feel anxious, I don't feel stressed within reason, and I don't live in the victim mindset. Now, I choose to do the work in those areas because I value them. So I prioritize them. Many days I don't actually want to work out. There's many times I go to therapy and I don't want to do intense emotional work, but I do those things anyways because they matter to me more than not working on them. My health matters more than the money or the fancy vacation or the fresh bi-weekly manicure. And I'm not trying to knock those things by any means. Maybe money, fancy trips, or fresh nails, they are top values for you. And I think that is great. We are all entitled to our own priorities and values. But I share this with you to help you realize that you do have a choice. And when we see other people have what we don't, it doesn't mean it's because it just comes easy to them. In some cases, maybe it actually does. Like maybe you are a working mom of 3 and you're comparing yourself to the 20-year-old college kid with a six-pack and their only concern is class. But when you start to see someone who is more in a similar situation to you and they have something that you don't, it's probably because they have different values and priorities that you don't. If you want something that you don't have, you have to put in the work to get it. And the way that starts is probably by reevaluating your values and your priorities. Thank you for listening to the Dangerous Women podcast. If you had any groundbreaking takeaways from today's episode, please tag us on social at the Dangerous Women podcast. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe below.